Chapter 1: The Arrival. The clanging of heavy metal gates echoes ominously as Marcus steps into his new reality. A former schoolteacher, he clutches a worn-out book, a symbol of his lost freedom, while the scent of antiseptic and concrete assaults his senses. Confusion grips him as he navigates the stark corridors, disoriented and fearful. His mind races with memories of laughter echoing through classroom halls, which now seem like a distant dream. As he takes in the unforgiving stares of hardened inmates, Marcus grapples with the harrowing weight of injustice, the knowledge that he's innocent yet trapped behind four walls. Each step further into the prison compound solidifies his resolve, igniting a flicker of defiance in his heart. He's not just a number, he's Marcus, and he vows to find a way to navigate the grim landscape and reclaim his identity against all odds. A journey of resilience begins here. Chapter 2: The Brotherhood. As Marcus acclimatizes to his new environment, he encounters Jamal, the charismatic leader of a brotherhood that provides solace amid the harsh realities of prison life. Jamal's voice resonates with a blend of authority and empathy, illuminating the bonds forged within these cold walls. He shares stories of loyalty and respect, illustrating the unwritten codes that govern their existence. In the Brotherhood, each member is expected to stand by one another, a lifeline against betrayal and loneliness. Through Jamal, we hear tales of late-night conversations, the sharing of dreams deferred, and the laughter that occasionally pierces the oppressive air. The camaraderie offers a fleeting glimpse of hope, showcasing the human need for connection, even in the starkest of conditions. As Marcus listens, he begins to understand that survival in prison often hinges on the strength of these relationships, revealing a world where solidarity becomes a form of resistance against despair. Chapter 3: The Artist. Eliana's voice breaks through the oppressive silence of her cell, vibrant and defiant. The sound of her brush whispering against the canvas creates an intimate atmosphere of creativity within the confines of bleak walls. Once a free-spirited graffiti artist, she now channels her energy into reclaiming her identity through art, transforming her pain and turmoil into vivid colors and expressive strokes. As she shares her journey of self-discovery, listeners hear the intoxicating buzz of the underground art community forming in the shadows of the prison yard, where fellow inmates gather to connect and create. Each mural tells a story, bridging personal experiences with collective struggles. Eliana reflects on how art fosters hope, serving as a lifeline amidst the harsh realities of incarceration. The echoes of her brushstrokes become a testament to resilience, revealing the profound impact of creativity as a means of survival and self-expression in a world defined by iron bars. Chapter 4: The Break. The sound of whispers fills the dimly lit cell block as inmates huddle together, strategizing in hushed tones. Leo, the charismatic mastermind, takes center stage, his voice smooth and persuasive. Freedom is just a plan away, he tells his eager audience, igniting hope and trepidation in equal measure. Each inmate's face reflects a mix of desperation and determination. Some are motivated by a longing for freedom, while others are driven by a thirst for revenge against a system they feel has wronged them. As Leo outlines the intricate details of their escape plan, tension permeates the air. Trust is fragile among these men, and betrayal lurks like a shadow. The reality of the stakes hangs heavy. Failure could mean severe punishment. Intricacies of loyalty and morality are debated, revealing the complex web of relationships formed behind bars. As they inch closer to their goal, the fear of losing their lives to the system wrestles with the dream of life beyond the iron bars. Chapter 5: Behind the Iron Curtain. As the sun sets behind the imposing stone walls, the hum of everyday prison life continues. Officer Daniels steps into the narrative, providing a window into the lives of the staff who navigate the complexities of maintaining order amid chaos. His voice carries the weight of experience, years spent behind the iron bars, witnessing the relentless cycle of violence and despair. He reflects on the power dynamics, revealing the fragile balance between control and compassion. Each shift brings new challenges, from managing volatile inmates to supporting those struggling with their pasts. The emotional toll weighs heavily on the guards, who often become unseen casualties of the system. Daniels shares poignant moments, a plea for understanding from a desperate inmate, or the brief glimmer of hope in a young man wanting to change. In this chapter, we see that every side of incarceration has its struggles, illustrating the humanity behind the uniforms, echoing the call for empathy and reform. Chapter 6. Lost Voices. The soft rustle of worn sheets fills the air as Andrea's voice, laced with wariness, begins to speak. After years of confinement for drug offenses, she shares her haunting experience of isolation within these iron bars. Once a vibrant mother, the darkness of incarceration has eroded her identity, leaving her feeling like a mere shadow. In the cold light of the cell, she reflects on how her absence has created ripples in her children's lives, each one a reminder of lost moments and broken connections. As she recounts her longing for family, the soundscape shifts to echoes of children's laughter, underscoring her deep-seated regrets. Intertwined with the stories of others, Andrea reveals the complex web of relationships, love, and loss that binds them all. This chapter captures the essence of loneliness and yearning, emphasizing the profound impact of incarceration not just on the individual, but also on those waiting beyond the walls. Chapter 7. The Parole Hearing. The atmosphere is thick with unspoken hopes and fears as Marcus, our narrator, steps into the gray-walled hearing room, the air heavy with anticipation. He watches as his fellow inmates sit, their faces etched with anxiety. Each one clings to the possibility of freedom, grappling with dreams of returning home. The voices of board members drone on, methodical and bureaucratic, contrasting sharply with the emotional turmoil in the room. Marcus feels the weight of promises made to family members, each one hanging in the balance. He captures the vulnerability of his peers, some tearful, some defiant, as their futures are decided in mere minutes. The sound of pens scribbling notes juxtaposes their earnest testimonies. The chapter closes on Marcus's thoughtful reflections on justice's ambiguous nature, questioning the fairness of a system that can so easily shape lives, reminding listeners that hope often thrives even in the bleakest of places. Chapter 8. Shattered Dreams. The haunting echoes of a distant guitar strum begin this chapter, introducing Raphael, a passionate musician whose dreams crumbled behind bars. His voice resonates with regret as he recounts the night he chose a dangerous path over his music, leading to a life sentence. Each chord he plays reverberates with memories of gigs, the thrill of performing, and the friends he lost touch with. In his mind, music serves as both a comforting refuge and a painful reminder of what he abandoned. Through his story, listeners experience the power of creativity in a confined world, where every note becomes a cry for redemption. Despite the prison's oppressive walls, Raphael finds solace in songwriting, penning lyrics that reflect the despair and hope intertwined within his heart. As he shares his latest composition, the melody captures not only his broken dreams, but also the flickering hope of a future beyond the iron bars. Chapter 9. The Mentor. In the dimly lit corner of the common room, we meet Mr. Hayes, an older inmate serving a lengthy sentence for a crime committed in his youth. His deep, gravelly voice carries the weight of wisdom earned through years of reflection. As he shares stories of his turbulent past, we hear about the choices that led him to prison and the subsequent regrets that haunt him. Despite the grim surroundings, Mr. Hayes has chosen to be a mentor, embracing the responsibility of guiding younger inmates. Life doesn't have to repeat itself, he tells them. His gentle demeanor encourages vulnerability, creating a safe space for dialogue. Through his teachings, he instills hope, urging them to break the cycle of incarceration that has plagued their families. Intertwined with moments of genuine connection and poignant lessons, his narrative underscores the power of mentorship and the possibility of transformation, illustrating that even in the bleakest circumstances, growth and redemption are attainable. Chapter 10. From Within. In the dimly lit counseling room, the weight of silence hangs heavy as Dr. Olivia Lane prepares for another session with inmates. Her voice, calm yet firm, cuts through the quiet, a lifeline for those seeking solace. As the psychologist, she navigates the tangled web of trauma, mental health struggles, and the harsh realities of prison life. Through her eyes, we hear the unsettling stories of men and women battling anxiety, depression, and the specter of their pasts. One inmate, Thomas, speaks of his spiraling thoughts, shackled by guilt and remorse. Dr. Lane skillfully guides him toward the light, encouraging him to confront his pain. The room becomes a sanctuary of vulnerability, where healing is possible. As she shares insights into the power of compassion and connection, listeners are reminded that even behind bars, the journey toward healing and redemption is paved with hope. Chapter 11. The Fight. The tension in the air is palpable as Javier, a wiry inmate with a reputation for defiance, recounts a notorious brawl that erupted in the yard. The gravel crunches beneath heavy boots, and the distant clang of metal bars echoes with each heartbeat. "In here, it's all about respect," he begins, his voice steady despite the chaos that surrounds him. Javier describes the flashpoint, one heated word twisting into a confrontation that drew a crowd, a primal dance of aggression and survival. As fists flew and echoes of shouts pierced the air, deep emotions simmered beneath the surface. Fear, vulnerability, and the unyielding need to establish dominance. He reflects on the aftermath, explaining how such violence often masks deeper insecurities and unresolved traumas. "In this place you have to fight, not just for survival, but to hide the hurt," Javier concludes, leaving listeners to ponder the violence that cloaks the raw humanity within these iron bars. Chapter 12. Moments of Hope. In the dimly lit classroom of the prison's rehabilitation wing, the atmosphere buzzes with tentative optimism. Maria, a passionate instructor, stands before a group of inmates engaged in a vocational training program. The sound of pencils scratching on paper punctuates the air as inmates learn skills in carpentry, plumbing, and computer literacy, tools for a new future. Through Maria's voice, we hear the transformative power of education, as she encourages her students to envision their lives beyond the iron bars. Each inmate shares their story. Hope reignites within Rafael, who dreams of crafting furniture, and Andrea, who finds solace in accounting principles. These moments of growth are punctuated with laughter and camaraderie, forging bonds of support. As the chapter unfolds, the melodic rhythm of hammering and the soft chatter of collaboration create an uplifting soundscape. In this corner of despair, seeds of change take root, illuminating the path toward redemption and reintegration into society. Chapter 13. The Reunion. The ambient sounds of the prison courtyard fade as we hear the soft rustle of leaves and distant laughter, an unexpected contrast to the cold stone walls. This chapter is narrated by Marcus, who reflects on the rare joy of outside visits. The air is thick with anticipation as families gather, the barriers of steel forging deep emotional bonds. He describes the bittersweet reunion of Andrea with her young daughter, whose innocent laughter pierces the heaviness of confinement, reminding them both of simpler times. Tears mix with smiles as memories are shared, and hopes are whispered, transcending the iron bars that separate them. Each reunion showcases the fragility of connection amidst the harsh realities of prison life. Marcus reflects on how these fleeting moments ignite a flicker of hope, rekindling dreams of a life beyond incarceration. The chapter concludes with the echo of laughter lingering in the air, a testament to the enduring power of love and resilience.